Welcome to Big Blend Radio with your hosts, Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazine.com.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Big Weekly Blend podcast with Nancy and Lisa. You know, the mother-daughter travel team, the crazy ones who travel the country and document parks and public lands, and we pet sit. And today we are broadcasting from Burnsville, North Carolina. In fact, we're not even in the town of Burnsville. We are in the Pisgah National Forest, literally. We are surrounded by trees, all kinds of fungus and mushrooms. I am addicted to fungus and mushrooms, and I can't stop.
She's been on her hands and knees for hours.
No, I walked Lucy the dog. Lucy is so sweet. She's a spaniel. She's beautiful, and we go walkies. Awesome. It really means that she's dragging me up hills, and then as she's dragging me up hills, I get to stop and take photos of fungus, so they're a little jaggedy. But it is amazing what is in this forest. What it is, I mean,
it's beautiful.
Butterflies, flowers. There's a creek running. It is. You would not know all the drama going out in the world if you're here. It's like the secluded little piece of paradise, and we are very, very grateful to be in this lovely place. And we're very grateful to have our friend Eva Eldridge back on the show. Eva is a writer. She's a travel writer. She's an editor of an anthology out of Tucson for the Tucson Sisters in Crime. You've heard her on our shows before, seen her articles in the magazines probably. If you have not, you will. Her next article is all about Tucson, downtown Tucson. It will be airing with her interview on August 31st. A very good day, I'm just saying. And so she's here on the show today, not only to talk about that, but also today, August 20th, when this is airing, we're going to talk about other holidays here on the Big Weekly Blend. Today is Tucson's birthday, Tucson, Arizona, where we lived and where she is. So welcome back, Eva. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Lisa?
Doing good. You hear that Nancy and I are in a little bit of paradise, right? It's a little cooler.
Yeah. Sounds beautiful.
It is. It's magical. It's magical.
It's going towards 65 degrees right now. Hate to say that. But
well, it's only in the 90s here. It's only in the 90s here, guys.
So it's dropping. And I heard that on Tucson's birthday, you may, as this airs, be getting a lot of rain. And from this Hurricane Hillary, and I'm hoping everybody stays safe in Southern California. God, like I'm looking at this map of this going, like all my friends are there. Stop it. Not all of them, but a lot of them are out in the pathway. So Mexico and, places we've lived. And so I'm hoping the rain is, by the time it hits land and maybe it spins off into the ocean, which would be good, that it calms down, but gives everybody the rain that they want and need. What do you think?
Yeah, it needs, we hear it's just going to hit, we're just going to get a fringe. We may not get much of it, but we would sure like some nice, slow, soaking rain or even a few storms. Our monsoon season has not been what it should be this year.
That's what we heard. We recorded an interview with Lance over at DeGrasse Gallery in the Sun today. And his interview, everybody, airs next Sunday. Talking about the rain has not been, he said what's bad for the gallery because they're all adobe. He said is the wind more than the rain. The adobe actually stands through the rain better. He said it's the wind that can really affect the gallery. But
can damage it. Yeah,
that is by the way, speaking of Tucson, that is a place people must go. It is fascinating. It really is. Ted DeGrasse as an artist, I like it because he has an independent spirit. What do you think as a writer, Eva, to have that independent, you're not going to tell me what to write spirit, I
love that part.
Yeah.
I like being coloring outside the lines or writing outside the expected genre. Yeah, we like that.
Well, no, we have to categorize things to make it easy for people to find things, but we also need to get outside the lines and do the true creative spirit without being boxed in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There will be no boxing in. Hey, listen, this week, so one thing we were talking about it, right? So Tucson, it's its birthday, but Tucson has the most amazing, diverse cultural backbone that is just amazing. Like Santa Fe has it, Santa Fe, New Mexico has it, and certain like Natchitoches, Louisiana, you know, we love Natchitoches. It's just the diversity, and I think it just makes it such a great city and a very accepting city. People tend to come together in Tucson, and it doesn't even feel like a city, even though there's over 1 million people. It's all spread out in the foothills of the mountains. But I think the diversity of culture is what makes such great food, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site for gastronomy. I mean, that's amazing. And Eva, every time you and Jeff go out and post photos, and Michael and Mark do this, you know, all of our friends, Michael, you know, does music for our shows, and Mark Navarro is an amazing photographer. And we'll be put, by the way, music playlist, everything will be linked in the show notes. And you'll have Michael and Spider's music in there. We'll have Linda Ronstadt, who was born there. We've got Lamont, your friend Lamont Arthur will be in there as well. Amazing jazz musician. But the food, I think, is a huge deal.
The food is a huge deal here. When, you know, we go traveling around the world, the country, whatever, and we eat great food, and then we come back home to Tucson and we go, oh my God, we've got just as good a food here. Lovely Mexican food. We have Indian food. Yummy. We have all kinds of Asian food and American, different varieties on American food. We have a great steakhouse not too far from my house that I absolutely love. We have lots of vegetarian. We have a lot of different nationalities now around, African, lots of different things. And every time we go to a new restaurant, we're kind of amazed. And we try to do that instead of just going to the same places that we go all the time. We try something new every now and then, and we're just blown away by how great it is. We have a little pizza place here that makes Los Olivos, owned by not Italians. They make the best pizza I've had in a long time. It's just fabulous.
Yeah,
cool.
So
what's the breakfast place that every time we see it, we go there? It's down the hill. It's just around by your house.
Teresa's, Mosaic. They
That's
have
it,
fire
Mosaic.
and they're not open. They're not open right now. We're hoping they open this fall.
Oh my gosh,
again.
That's so sad to hear. And don't forget about the deli that they had boerewors from South Africa. The deli.
Oh yeah, we still go there. The sausage shop.
The sausage.
It's called
Everybody
the sausage
wants
shop.
to go to the sausage shop.
It's sausage
it's
day.
Hey,
amazing.
listen, October 1st is sausage day. Sorry.
Okay, we'll have to talk good about them because they are amazing.
Oh, that's the thing. You know, it's like it is a mix of people, and I think it's because it is a border town city. You know, and
yes.
I love that you're close to Mexico and everybody gets worried about that, but I don't know, man.
But you learn from each other and you learn each other's cultures, and the more you learn, the better you get along.
And the more cultures, the better food.
Yeah, and the big fear factor is crazy to me. It's just learn about the other people, and you won't be so scared.
Well, I think a lot of people bring their prejudices into Tucson. When I moved here in '79, what I found what I loved about the town immediately is that the people were really friendly. But it wasn't the size of city and area that it is now. It's grown huge since then. But and a lot of people don't like Tucson because it's not the prettiest city in this, around. And it's not green. It has this.
It is. Well, to me it is.
But when you live here, you learn to appreciate the prickly stuff because, do they bloom. The cactuses bloom and all the flowers we get in the springtime. And the trees green up. If it rains enough, the whole country greens up around here. And you learn to appreciate that.
And you have 5 seasons because you're part of the Sonoran Desert. And what's awesome to me is the 5 seasons because like in fall, like if you get this rain, your ocotillos will have a second bloom. And the ocotillos, I know we share this love of the ocotillos. Like to me, it's desert kelp with flowers, and the hummingbirds love it. And, like Saguaro National Park is right there, everybody. Saguaro National Park, it's a big deal. And so many national park units nearby, like Tumacacri. You've got, have you been to Carsoner Caverns, by the way?
Not yet.
Oh my gosh, we're all guilty of this.
We're going to have to go.
We need to
go.
Oh,
we have to do a story. Yeah, we do. We have a story to do on like Wilcox, and we've been there when we've started the tour, and we're doing the story because our friend Peggy Fiandaca from LDV Winery, we were talking about where her winery is in the Cochise Stronghold, right outside Chiricahua National Monument, and that's her wine has that rhyolite in there, and they have certain wines. I mean, there are some of the best wines I've ever tasted, and Nancy and I taste a lot of wine.
We're good
drink
at
a lot of wine.
Well,
we're good at it.
I was doing. I had to do some paid work in the Elgin area down by Sonoyta, and I hadn't been down there. I really hadn't been there. So I'm driving around looking for the cell site I was working on, and I was just blown away by how many vineyards.
Company stuff. Just so people understand, you work like the phone company stuff. Yeah, that
I am now retired, but
yeah.
Yay! But they, finally, they, the area down there, besides being grasslands and oaks and just drop dead gorgeous, has a bunch of vineyards, bunches of them, and a bunch of wineries, and you can just go from one winery to the other and do tastings. I was kind of blown away by it.
Yeah,
so,
Callaghan is down there. Callaghan is in Elgin, Sonoyta, and he's been on our show. I was going to say Kurt or Kent. I can't remember. Yeah, he's been on our show years ago, and his wine has been served at the White House. And I'm going, Arizona wines made it to the White House like years ago. And
it's not. It really isn't bad.
It's good.
No, we've got Arizona wines are good, and I think and each one is like these microclimates. So like his wine, Callaghan Vineyards, going to be completely different than Peggy's at LDV out by the Chiricahuas because of the Sky Islands, and then the grasslands because down that way is all the grasslands, which are amazing.
But that's the beauty of wine. That it's territorial. No, that's the beauty of wine. It's territorial.
Nancy's getting territorial on her wine.
No, it's territorial. It tastes like where it came from.
Which is and you have to
sense of place.
You can't expect it to taste like California wines or French wines or European wines because it's its own area and its own flavor. And I'm kind of surprised when we travel around sometimes how good the wine is in other places.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all territorial. It tastes like where it came from, and it gives you a sense of appreciation for where you're visiting.
But Peggy is able, her and her husband Kurt are able to do old world wines in Arizona because of the soil and the rhyolite and this microclimate that they have in this one little area that they're in. Not saying it's a little area. When I look at we haven't been to the actual vineyard yet, but we've tasted the wines, and like I'm saying, like go. Oh my God, I know. We'll do it. We're going to go to the vineyard. The vineyard is by appointment only and special things, and she's on Harvest Host, so people can take their RVs. Hello, Eva.
Thank you for letting me know
overnight.
Yeah.
Harvest Host is a really cool thing if you're on the road. They've been on our show
have that.
Years ago. Harvest Host, you have it? You have the membership?
Yes, and I've used it. Yes.
Oh, how did it work for you? Because it's cool because people can stay in these really unique places outside of regular campgrounds, right? And so you've done it?
Yes, we stayed in Brawley at an olive ranch, and that lady sells her olives in Yuma.
Cool.
No, I know who you're talking about, actually. Believe it or not, she's been on the show.
Yeah.
I do believe that. I want a karaoke contest in Brawley on a road trip.
No, righty then.
I believe it. I believe that.
I did. We went from when we lived in Julian up in the mountains in San Diego. Nancy and I and a friend, we were going to see another friend in Colorado. You know this area outside of Trinidad. That's where she was. and between Trinidad and Walsenburg. And we're like on this road trip, and we'd done this poetry slam, go figure. We hosted it, believe it or not. In this bar, we did all these poetry slams, and it was when poetry slams started coming back. Thank you, Chicago. The city of Chicago did really good at doing this resurgence of poetry, and poetry slams got people back in. And I think hip hop actually helped as well of getting poetry back on. And so anyway, we hosted this poetry slam, and then we're like, all right, let's leave. And it's like midnight. We're driving through the Anza Borrego Desert State Park, get to Blythe, and this is where our radio show started, was this road trip. No joke. And this is how it started, because of this tape. Our friend said, oh my God, I can't even believe I'm going to tell people this, but it's true. But remember, this is back in the day where we had actual tapes, right? Like tapes with cassette tapes, right? In your car, and, the
wood tape.
Yeah, this started with the wood tape. And so we have a friend, Chris. Yes, Chris, the bread man. And he's, we had this running joke about everybody loves wood. And he's like, he dared us, and he's, it's one of those things. And, I was in my 20s, so stupid, but had a good time. So I had the tape recorder, and we said, you know what? We've done this poetry slam. We're all silly. And we went to this Western bar in Brawley. Brawley is like a tiny historic town, but it's historic, and it's got some really good agricultural, historical roots. It's on the Juan Bautista de Anza National Historic Trail. I had to put it in there. Imperial County. And so go to this bar, and I was like, screw it, I'm going to go enter the contest. And I won like $75, which is good, because I think we lost a credit card along the way. We had like one of those road trips. It was crazy. We went to Blythe. From there, on our way to Colorado, stopped at Blythe, and we decided we're going to start this tape, and we're going to ask everybody why they love wood. And this guy started off in a Denny's. It's like 3 a.m. or something. And he's explaining that we're on we're in Arizona and California. And at this time of year, this is, different time zone and all this stuff, and the Colorado River. He's giving us, this is pre even Southwest Blend. This is when we were back in print. I think the internet wasn't, I don't even think Google was invented when we did this. And off we go. And we stopped we interviewed people in bars, liquor stores, everywhere, campgrounds, you name it, about why they love wood. We got to Pagosa Springs.
Funny.
And we got to this saloon that was this wooden saloon, the Billy Goat Saloon. And there was a Native American couple who told us the legend of the Billy Goat Saloon, which is the owner at that time named it the Billy Goat because he took the goat, and this is a true frigging story, to a Red Sox game, or it's going to be one of those, I'm going to get it wrong about which one.
No, it's
They wouldn't let him take his pet goat, but other people could take their dogs. He's like, took his goat in, and there's this whole thing about the goat. And he owned the Billy Goat Saloon in Pagosa Springs, and that's why it was named that. But then they gave us this whole interview about how this saloon was built and where the wood came from and what beam was what. And this became this big architectural conversation on wood. And we went to a bar in Durango where we had talked to musicians, and they started telling us all about the wood of their guitars. We've had some naughty things, obviously, but this is where the radio started. And in between that, just outside the saloon in Pagosa Springs, I got pulled over, and Nancy recorded me getting my way out of a ticket.
That was more fun
because I cut in front of people.
Yeah, I put the recorder under my sweater so the policeman wouldn't see it, but this little light kept flashing through my sweater as she
was wearing a white sweater.
She really, as she talked her way out of the ticket, and I got the giggles so bad. And you can't laugh in front of a policeman. It's not proper. You're asking for trouble. You're asking to be searched.
Well,
Yeah.
So, but you get the giggles a lot. It's one of the things you do, Nancy.
I know, because it's funny. But it was funny.
I got out of it.
And she did. And he said, do you know you kind of cross traffic? And she goes, well, that's what traffic's about. And I'm like, dude. That is not the right answer.
That's not exactly it. I'm gonna, when we get to Tucson, which we're coming in the fall, we're going to Tucson in the fall. I'm gonna go in the storage
Oh
unit
my gosh.
and get that tape out and see if someone can
Yes.
digitize it, and we'll air it on the
Oh,
show.
Yeah, because it's
We will.
funny.
We'll air it. It'll be hysterical because this was how the whole, and now we have road trip radio in September. You'll hear it every fourth Monday. So, this is kind of a little segue, and we do have a couple episodes there already, but that's how it all started. It was Big Blend Radio
Mhm.
started with that tape,
wow.
and it's
That-
insane.
Wow.
And it ended with an Australian in Shelter Valley outside Julian in Ansberga Desert going, well, he woke up another Woody then, didn't he? That's how it ends, something like that. Some
That was
Australian
weird.
he
Still
went
don't
through
know what he
without
said.
any real filth until the very end. It had to be an Australian who took us down, literally. Down under.
I still don't know what he said.
He talked about a man having a Woody. That was his. That's his thing about why everybody loves wood. So we had
Mhm.
people talking about skunk getting in their wood pile. I mean, we had.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Mhm.
cannot even. It is absolutely wild to have that kind
crazy.
of thing, and so that was the
That
start
would
of it.
be. I think that would be great. I think if you can if you can get that digitized and get that on the air to do a segment of the start, especially if you do it at one of your anniversaries,
Yeah,
wouldn't that be
Good point.
amazing?
That
would be
would-
fun.
Either that, or people are going to go, "What the hell have you been doing?" But this is about
Well-
over 20. This is about 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago, I'd say. Yeah, that we did that.
Yeah.
And that was before we went through all the fires in Julian and all that. And I think it was before. Yeah, it was before we went from being a San Diego magazine to Southwest, and I think that was one of the things we went, oh, we do want to go Southwestern, and now we're obviously national, international. We don't print anymore, but that was that thing of like, oh my God, we can just walk in and start talking and interviewing people. And when
You do it so
the internet
well.
was really there, and we were running around before, we started on Blog Talk Radio. We're not there anymore with that platform, technical issue wise, but we were running around recording interviews and putting them up as MP3s on our website, which the servers didn't enjoy. The hosting companies did not like that because they weren't prepared for that much usage or broadband stuff, But
Right.
now, I mean, look at where podcasts, I mean, you got to think, technology is amazing, and you listen to
The
books.
guy,
Go ahead.
well, I do audiobooks. So when I had a earlier session today with Sisters in Crime, and our speaker is a podcaster, and he does 2 different podcasts. And he gave us a number, which of course I don't remember, but it's in the tens of thousands of podcasts out there now. And to do that, you have to have internet. And that was the one thing about COVID, was that we put in more internet, more fiber, to give you faster and a better connection on the internet during COVID, because people needed to be connected.
For
Yeah.
work and for school.
And now they're putting it in cars. They're putting internet connections in cars now. The new cars, you can have
Oh, boy.
internet. I'm like, no.
Well, I don't need that. I don't want internet in my car. But some people do.
Yeah,
I
well,
do.
where we are right now, think about this. We're in the Pisgah National Forest, and because of that COVID, there were grants. We are in the middle of nowhere. I mean, really,
Oh, it's beautiful.
we're in the countryside. It's gorgeous. The old barns and everything, man, creeks, and God, it's just absolutely incredible out here. And you don't want to go get groceries. You'll go, okay, I'll have that crust of bread instead of going out. That's how amazing it is. And but when we run out of wine, I'll go get it. So, like, I'm just gonna say it's that beautiful, but but
there's a choice.
But they have high-speed internet where we are, and we've been in cities, like capital cities in this country, that do not have the internet that they have in this forest. So, like, I don't know what to say about it. But
Interesting. It's interesting.
I think this infrastructure bill is really good. Other than that, the entire country right now feels like it's under construction, and we travel the country.
Oh my
We
gosh.
really do. I could tell you every
And
rest
it
area,
is under
every road at
construction.
this point now. It's a little nutty, but I think it's a good
But
thing
it's
because
good.
It's a good
It's
thing,
good.
and it's creating jobs. I mean, so many people are at work, and the potholes. Do you know how many people are
Oh,
having to do more car work because of potholes, because of lack of infrastructure? Yet we pay for taxes of our roads. We pay for that stuff, and they haven't been kept up all these years. So
yep.
it's like
Yes.
this was something we've all paid into. So I'm just
And we've
saying
been
it's a good
paying it
thing,
forever.
and it's annoying,
And
but
it's
it's
one of the
good.
things you will enjoy. You will see in Tucson also. We have
Ah,
some not pleasant roads also with
mm,
potholes. Not as big as, I don't think we get them as big as some other areas because we don't have the freeze and thaw, and we don't
The
have the
snow
rain that
places
other
get it.
areas
Yeah, the
in the
snow
snow
places.
places.
Yeah, they get it
But
big
they've never repaved the street. I lived here since 2000, and they've never, for 23 years, and they've never paved the streets. They've chip
wow.
sealed it, but they haven't paved it here.
time.
But
Wow.
the
Well,
advantage of that is it slows down the traffic to some degree because you can't
yeah,
really fly with,
you're
yeah,
right. You're
or
right.
yeah.
Well, we've seen potholes that we thought, well, hey, we could swim in that.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Well,
no,
You're
really.
afraid.
let's not talk about the shocks. They keep going, well, you need shocks, and I'm like, really at this point? And
No,
then they're
if you
going,
go
well,
in
it
one
could
of
start to touch
some
your
of the
tires. So
pothole, no, some of the potholes we've seen, if you go in them, you ain't coming out.
yeah, I know. Hey, remember I fell through a manhole in Mexico. So like, listen, I always look at
Yeah, that
holes
was
in
bad.
places. That was
It was
funny though,
That
wasn't
was
funny.
it?
bad.
Like, come on, that was
It
funnier
was
than hell that
funny.
I fell down one. Like, and
But you
and
got
all I was,
hurt.
but that was my fault for trying to record everybody going, come on, come into the
Well,
pharmacy and come get
hey,
liquor and all that. I
no,
was trying to record
no, but
and
note to self: never ever step on a manhole.
that's
I
not
don't care
covered
where
100% either.
no, I don't care what country you're in. Don't step on them.
Sometimes you have to drive over them though. Like it's like I
That's
go, oh my
different.
God. No, it's
That's
not.
different.
No.
Oh, you've been down the manhole and you say
Okay,
it's
listen. As a kid, didn't you read stories about if you fell down the manhole, you're going to like hell or you're going to go to another world down there? Like there's a whole bunch of things
no.
underneath there, little creatures and other people living
There
under
are
the
creatures
sewers,
down
the
there.
sewer creatures and stuff.
Do you want me to tell you manhole stories?
Oh,
I
go,
can
go,
do that.
go.
I've been
Oh
into
my
hundreds
God.
of them.
See, this
You
is
know what?
look at how off topic we are. I love it. I love it. So manholes,
Well, this is
listen.
in Tucson. This is a Tucson thing, right? So
Okay.
do you know what a vinegaroon is?
Oh yeah, I've been
Yes.
bitten
Oh,
by one.
geez.
Stung
Me
by one or
too.
whatever you want to call it. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
They like moist places.
There's a manhole up where I worked air pressure up on the east side of town,
Mhm.
northeast side of town, and there was a vinegaroon that lived in that manhole. Every time I went in there,
Mm-mm.
that vinegaroon was in
Mhm.
there, and it was
Are you talking
big
about the
and
big black
black.
ones? Oh, the big
No,
black ones?
Yeah.
No.
they look like
No.
scorpions.
No,
He
they are
never.
like
They look. Yeah,
Mm.
and it was amazing. But he
Mm.
or she, it never bothered me. I got in that manhole and did my work, and it never
Mm-mm.
ever bothered me. And it was there
No.
for a long time.
Mm.
So
When we lived
that's
when we lived in 29 Palms, the one house.
outside
Well,
Joshua Tree. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was full of them. They were in the
Vinegaroons,
house. They were
but they're
climbing
much.
up the walls.
but there
Oh,
but there but
they're
there was
gross.
we took
They're
over a
gross.
house from somebody else that they obviously, I don't know what was going on, but things were living in the swamp.
That was
I mean,
gross.
it was bad. And
Yeah.
we would go to water the garden and cockroaches and vinegaroons would come up the hose. Vinegaroons, but not black, the big black ones. They're more like the
The brown ones.
solifluge or whatever, little brown ones. And if you killed one, it would turn into Pepto-Bismol pink. No joke. Splat of Pepto-Bismol. And we didn't mean to kill him, but at times if it attacks
I
you,
would.
like, dude,
Excuse
it's
me.
freaky because they
I
look like
would.
scorpions.
You bite
Yeah.
me, I'm
Yes.
killing you.
Yeah, but whenever the
Well,
military base did their bombing stuff, because they would do their
Oh,
things,
they would all come out of the walls.
stuff would
Whenever
come
the
out.
military, oh no, it was gross.
Okay, guys,
There-
this is supposed to
no.
be about celebrating every day and the holiday of the week, right? What are the holidays? So
Okay.
I'm going to
Happy-
stop the.
Happy Vinegaroon Day.
Yeah, listen, we've talked about wood, manholes, potholes, spiders. Well, this is
Been
good.
cheerful.
But hey, Tucson does have a really thriving music scene. And I want people to understand that. So we talked about the food, and I know we're going to talk about a lot on your interview that airs on the 31st, August 31st, everyone. Again, a really important day. And Van Morrison was born on that day too, and that's really important. But no, like Van Morrison, I love my Van Morrison.
It's Lisa's birthday on the 31st.
It is. And he wrote one of my most...
to send her emails.
Listen, Van Morrison wrote one of my most favorite songs on the planet. Who drove the red sports car? It's a weird song. No, you didn't. You didn't get jam on your face either. You have to hear the song to get that. But anyway, going back, Tucson's music scene and the arts, and you've got the Tucson Sisters in Crime, and we've done so many interviews over the years, which has been awesome. Tucson, because there's so much you can go, like with all the different cultures, all the different people. You're in a border town, you've got a major highway, so you've got this big vein of travel going through the city. You've got Saguaro National Park, Ironwood National Forest, Sabino Canyon. You've got so much going on.
It's
Nature,
a beautiful place.
And I miss the javelinas.
It is a beautiful place if you're not driving on the freeway.
Oh, well,
I agree.
I mean, go to the neighborhoods,
like
freeway.
The freeways.
And I would say that
suck.
I don't care. That's in every city, pretty much.
Pretty much.
But the music scene, wouldn't you say the music and the arts do happen in Tucson? Because I think sometimes everyone thinks just Phoenix and stuff, and I want to say Tucson has a good cultural arts scene.
Yeah. We have the mariachi festival's coming up soon.
I'm
not sure what date, but pretty soon the big mariachi thing's happening.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's way cool.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. So we're gonna get back on track here because we've been bad girls. Well, August 20th is also World Mosquito Day, so go figure. And National Radio Day, go figure. And Nancy, the August 20th is also a day for you. It's National Bacon Lovers Day.
I love it.
Hungary's National Day, and we're Hungarian, so there you go.
I like that too.
Hey, and speaking of Hungarian, watch for our interview with Dr. Diane Dobry coming out August 30th. And she is the Hungarian aquarian and a writer, a memoirist, and she knows all about Hungarian wines. She was importing them over here, all kinds of good stuff. So stay tuned for that.
That is where Mama Babushka comes from.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah,
hey, listen, August 21st apparently is National Brazilian Blowout Day. I have no comment, and I will not comment. I'll behave. I don't know. Eva,
it's a hairstyle. It's a
I thought it took it off.
What?
No, I think it's a style.
It's
a technique they use on their hair.
Okay,
I know somebody
so it's
who
not
gets
the
that
same.
done.
So there's actual.
So you can you could go into a beauty salon inside like a blowout, please.
No. Okay. We need to stop.
I'm pretty sure.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I was gonna keep quiet.
Yeah. Let's celebrate.
Okay. let's celebrate National Spumoni Day. Apparently, this is a delicious Italian ice cream dessert.
It's good.
Yeah, yummy.
It's
yummy.
Really good, Lisa.
Yeah.
You've had some.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We used to get it in South Africa all the time.
Oh, well, I don't remember. Apparently.
Oh,
I don't know.
It's just ice cream to you. It's just ice cream.
Yeah. Well, it's ice cream, but it's
Have you been to Italy? Have you been to Italy, Eva?
No, I want to go. Maybe next year.
Okay.
Maybe.
I think that might have to happen. Okay. It is also Discovery Day. And I like this. Discovery Day is about going on tours, going to an art exhibit, go and discover something new. And learn something new.
Different.
I think I like that. I like the word discovery too. Isn't that like it keeps us young and oh God, it's Internet Self-Care Day. No, like what? No. I can't get started. No.
Okay,
What?
yeah.
No, everybody's
Internet
done with that.
self-care.
I know. Now,
All right.
August 21st is the birth anniversary of William Count Basie, And
Cool. Basie.
M.M. Basie, I know, I never pronounce anybody, but authors, because we got Eva here. Two, I think, very important authors. One is MMK, the author. The Far Pavilions got me into reading historical fiction at a very young age, and then I had to reread everything that she wrote. And I think she's one of the most amazing female historical novelists of all time. And she really understood what was going on in India. I mean, every time I think of it, I can hear things when I think of the books. I can literally hear sounds of India and hear donkeys going up to the side of walls and windows of people where they're sleeping. I can smell it. I can smell the streets. I know it's weird, but that's a good
writer that can evoke that.
MMK, everybody, is like, if you haven't read The Far Pavilions.
She's brilliant. She's brilliant. She really
and
is.
Once and I love those sagas too of families, like Wilbur Smith did it. And I got into all those historical sagas, family dramas that went on for
it makes history come alive, because for the most part, even though it's a novel and it's fiction, the historical facts are true. They embellish it and bring it close to home so that you can relate to it, rather than sitting in a history class where it's like, here's your mimeograph sheet of dates.
Well,
that you don't relate to. You need the story.
Sujata Massey is a writer that writes, she has a Perveen mystery, which is spelled slightly different. She does it's early India, and this is the first woman lawyer in India.
Cool.
That series is great. The writing is great. The historical aspects of it are really interesting. I completely enjoyed the series. Yeah.
Did you send
me? I would talk about women in history, because we also have Women's Day coming up. We're going to talk about that, women's rights.
Can you send me a link on that so I can find her? Like, I'd like
to. Send us a link. We'll put it in the show notes for everyone too.
Yeah, and I'd love to read some of that.
Yeah, and I know you do a lot of audio, but the historical fiction, I know you belong to Tucson Sisters in Crime, but historical fiction is full of crime. And if you like murder mysteries and things like that, read historical fiction too. Don't leave historical fiction out. There's some of the best crime writers take it back, and we've done some amazing authors over the years who have taken things back, like Jack and the Ripper days. Jack the Ripper, not Jack and the Ripper. Jack the Ripper days.
I'm going to send you two people that's historical mysteries. Both. One's in England. One is in India.
Oh, I love this.
I've completely and totally enjoyed them. I think Sujata Mass, I know she's a member of the National, and Karen Auden also. She writes, anyway.
You just gave me a good idea. You know what? Because, we do this show every week, and we do a page on the website that every day we list all the holidays, everyone. So blendradioandtv.com. It's all linked in the show notes. It's just not written as we're doing it, but it will be there tomorrow, like when you hear it, whenever you hear it during the week. But and it really doesn't matter if you listen to this at the end of the week or not, because it's just all interesting stuff. And so it's always interesting to see who was born on the same day. It's just fascinating how these little small groups of people get together. But we do have a music playlist, and the music playlist goes on the holidays. So we'll find something for ice cream, right? Or bacon or whatever. We'll have music from Tucson, like Lamont, Eva's friend Lamont. And God, I was listening to his music. He's like an incredible pianist. And jazz, dude, I want to go see him perform. We'll have Michael in there, Michael and Spider's music, all of that. But we also bring in, I'm now thinking from this conversation, we need to do, even though we put links to authors, if something goes with that, because we do so many author interviews. Now I'm thinking we need a reading list for the week, Nancy. Not just a music list. We need a reading list from the conversation or whatever. I think we need a reading list.
Wow.
Huh. How about that? It's your fault, Eva.
Good. That's a good thing I'll take the blame for.
Okay. Cool. Listen, this is another big deal. Christopher Robin Milne was born on this day, the man behind Winnie the Pooh. in 1920 on August
You
21st. So
got
happy
the
birthday.
Oh,
Isn't
You
that
got
cool?
the poo.
And
We
I
all
just want to
ask
say,
you who got
anybody
the
born
poo.
in this week, happy birthday to you. Enjoy your spin around the sun. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy every moment. That's what the whole thing is. Even if you have a vinegaroo under a manhole.
Run.
Oh,
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
don't
Stay away.
touch the. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So,
They got claws.
yeah. All right. So we're going to move
I
on to
didn't mess
August
with it.
20.
It didn't mess with me.
Yeah. See?
I didn't
Oh,
mess
by
with
the
it,
way,
and it didn't mess with me.
August 21st is when Hawaii became the 50th U.S. state. And that's a whole other
Yeah.
issue. And like some are happy and some are not.
Hey, and
And
you
right
know
now,
what? Yeah,
no,
you could
we're really sad for our friends in Hawaii and anyone in the path of
recover
Maui.
soon.
No,
Recovery
it's
soon.
yeah, and we would when
Sad.
we think of climate change, you would never think Hawaii and wildfires. I mean, they do have wildfires, but it's always been really, really something that they could put out pretty quick. And obviously, this is not the case. So, we're just thinking of everyone out there. And also, there is a really good website, and I'm trying to find it as we do this, and I will find it, where you can go to get help and either donate, you can volunteer services depending on what you do, and also find resources if you need it. And the website is mauistrong.info. That's the website for Maui. So whatever you can do with that. And as this other hurricane comes through, may go down to a tropical storm as we record this, watch for that too. But make sure that wherever you donate or volunteer, wherever you sign up, that it's not a scam. Nancy and I've been through a gazillion wildfires. We've been through hurricanes, tornadoes now too, and stuff that comes through. Don't just be very, very careful, and always call someone if you even second guess it. Go with your gut instinct, because that's the really crappy thing on top of a really bad situation that happens is there's scammers. So always look for it. And I'm going to say also go to makanamusic.com. Makana is a musician we've interviewed over the years. We'll put his music on the show today too, in the spirit of Hawaii. And he put up an amazing list and he's on Facebook. You can follow him there, of who you can work with in Hawaii, so you get to the right people that are actually doing things on the ground and actually helping. So we'll put that up. And what's going to happen in California and hopefully in Mexico too, Cabo San Lucas, all the way up in places of like Rosarito Beach, Ensenada, places we've lived, just always make sure it's the right place. And it's a hard thing to do, but look at the government too. Like, look,
do the research.
Do the research. And if you know people, locals, look at what they say to do, because they know, so just saying on that level. So let's go back to some holidays, shall we?
Okay.
Wow, we've been all over the place on this show. Let's
We're
see.
bebopping.
John Lee Hooker was born August 22nd. Like, come on. That is in 1917. Now, Ray Bradbury, the writer, was born in 1920. Anyone familiar with his work?
Didn't he do something? Oh, I want to say Perry Mason, but I'm probably wrong.
Ray Bradbury.
Episodes of no.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking at Ray Bradbury, one of the most celebrated 20th century American writers that worked sci-fi, horror.
Fahrenheit,
he did The Martian.
Fahrenheit 451. It's an amazing
and The Martian
book.
Chronicles.
Oh, I haven't seen that. And now I have to put it on the list.
Yeah. We're going to have to do We're going to have to do a reading list, a music list.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have to do, this is kind of interesting. Oh boy. It's kind of I think in a way that's kind of what I'm saying, is like we always do, by the day, but actually it should just be, this is the list of the week, because even if you don't read or listen at the same time, who cares? This is just celebrate the damn week, have a good time.
Oh, hello.
Valerie Harper was born on this day, 1940. Tori Amos, I think she's an amazing singer-songwriter, was born in 1963. You're talking about food. Giada de Laurentiis was born in
Oh.
1970. We have one of her recipes on our site
She's
for these
cool.
little pizzas, positano pizzas. These little pizzas she does in little heart
Yum.
shapes for kids. Very nice.
Avocado.
Yeah. So August 22nd is also National Tooth Fairy Day. Come on. As kids, like, didn't
Come
you want
on.
to pull your teeth? You would almost pull your
No.
I think there was a
Not.
conspiracy way back when adults knew. Just make them pull their teeth out if they know they get a quarter under their pillow.
No, it's trying to
No,
make
nobody
you
does
feel
that.
better. No. Well, just saying.
I don't think you can get by with a quarter anymore either.
No, I
Oh,
think now you
really?
get $1. You probably get $1.
I mean, I think I got a
Like-
candy bar, but which never really helps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
No,
good for your teeth.
Right, that's
No,
good.
it's like, here, have a piece of
I
toffee. Your
never
tooth will
gave
come
you
out.
a candy bar under your pillow. Come on.
You gave me a shilling. This was when we lived in Kenya. Here's your shilling.
That's not a candy bar.
A shilling couldn't
shilling
buy you
was worth-
anything.
That was worth $2 back
Oh.
then.
Stop it. That's hysterical. All right. So a shilling was probably worth not even a penny in this country.
Not true. Not true. Not true.
Oh, all right. So, National Tooth Fairy Day. All right. I'm looking at, there's National Surgical Oncologist
They
Day.
had big buck teeth. The tooth. I want to draw a cartoon of the tooth fairy because they had big buck teeth.
The Tooth Fairy had buck teeth.
Yeah, they look like
Okay.
buckies.
All right. It's National Take Your Cat to the Vet Day. I think that's important. And World Plant Milk Day. So people using
What?
plants for milk. So like soy or almond milk, things like that. Do you use any of that milk, Eva?
No, sorry, we like cows.
Okay, what about this? You're going to know this more than Nancy and I can't pronounce it. National Bow Day, B-A-O. Not B-O, B-A-O.
What is it?
National Bow Day. It's like
I've
a little
heard of
dumpling.
that, but I can't.
What is
Oh,
it?
that's right. They're little Chinese steamed dumplings.
Yeah. So that's the
And I think they're-
22nd
Mm,
dumpling day. Oh,
yeah.
okay. August 23rd. I totally love this day. Find your inner nerd day.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, I love that.
that is an empowerment day. Because when you find your inner nerd, when you can geek out on something, when you go down rabbit holes, like then you know your passion.
You found your passion.
Unfortunately, I have way too
Okay.
many of them. But
And also your intellect, like who you
Yeah.
are. It's part of who you are.
and
the
then
base
so
of
you
who you
geek
are.
out and you work on something, you get all empowered, you're passionate, you do all this stuff, and then your brain is tired, your body's tired, and then it is National Sponge Cake Day. There is a gloriousness of
I
sponge
love
cake.
sponge
Yes.
Sponge cake
Mm,
done well,
yes.
where it is
Mm.
moist. I'm using the word moist again on the show, but
Oh
you have
my
that
gosh.
light crust with
Keep
the
saying
light,
moist.
and you can't you just don't take confectioner's sugar and throw it on. It has to be sifted in the lightest form. It is the person who can do sponge cake well, and
Mhm.
that perfectly executed piece of heaven is heaven on a plate. When you
Mhm.
get that, if you get to
Also-
channel your inner nerd.
Oh, okay. Sponge cake.
Geez.
I like angel food cake. That's
Oh, that's
Oh.
also awesome too. I
Why
love
did you
angel
do that? Nancy used to make angel food cake and put it in.
the
She used to
bun-
do the
call it the
chocolate.
bunt pan.
No,
Bunt?
no, you did angel food cake in bun pans,
Mhm.
and so she could
Yeah.
slice it. And she would
Yeah.
do fondue pots. This is way pre-COVID. Fondue, but she would do
Oh,
this
gosh.
chocolate sauce with a little bit of rum in it. She would
Mhm.
just basically melt a whole bunch of chocolate, right? And then
And
have
then put
rum, so
rum
would
in it.
thin it out a little bit, and people would have mandarin oranges and angel food cake to dip into the chocolate sauce.
So
Mm,
good. It's so
Mm.
good.
mm.
So good.
See,
But
this
I
show's
don't
getting
know.
better, everybody. We've left the
No,
manhole.
but I don't
we've
think
gone to the
today
chocolate.
I don't think you can do a fondue pot today and get I mean,
I don't
you
know.
You
know.
can have home. Why can't you do it at home?
Well, yeah, if you're already living together,
And
I
the
guess.
and the fondue. I think the fondue pot. The restaurant's still open. I don't think they've all closed.
Yeah, I think you can now. It's all different because you don't have to put your same utensil in. See? You can
It's not
keep it
about
clean.
that.
Oh, and everybody,
No,
speaking
no
of food,
double,
I'm sticking
no
with
double
food.
dipping. Just
No
no
double
double
dipping.
dipping.
Yeah, George Costanza's not
Right.
invited, but National Cuban Sandwich Day. Dude, I'm
Ew.
in.
Oh, Jeff loves
Yeah.
those.
But this is not,
Mm.
Jeff is Eva's husband, and he does know good food because he lives with
Mhm.
Eva, and Eva knows how to
Yeah.
cook. Trust me. You do not go to Eva's house and be hungry ever.
No.
It just does not exist. But listen,
So
we're
we
talking
announce
ham.
your address right now?
No, no, we're not doing that. Ham,
No.
cheese, pork, and this is the most important thing to a Cuban sandwich, the mustard.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The mustard and good
Really
mustard.
good stone ground mustard.
Oh, yes.
Yum.
Mhm.
You said the stone
Mhm.
ground. That's it. The brown,
Yum.
I
And
have a recipe
after
to make mustard,
You
do
do?
you?
and I do, and
Wow.
I haven't done it.
Eva,
Oh, let us know. You need to do it.
you have to do it.
Yeah, I think so. I
You
think
got to
so.
cut the
Yeah.
mustard. So
Oh,
it is
put
also
mustard
National
in
Ride the Wind
anything.
Day. I had to say that. But this
Oh,
is an important
dude.
day. No, for this it's Slavery Remembrance Day. And it is
Oh,
the International
That's
Day for the
important.
remembrance of the slave trade and its abolition.
yeah.
Unfortunately, we still
Yeah.
have slavery happening and human trafficking and all of that is still going on. And it does exist.
It
It
sucks.
exists in the most nicest neighborhoods. And it's something to be aware of and tune into. And slavery
Mhm.
sucks, period.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
rough part of history of all
And I will
countries.
say that the people who have the slaves are cowards.
Yes. And lazy.
Mhm.
All right.
You
So August 23rd, we're moving on. Look, we're getting there. We're going to move on. We're getting there. Okay. Edgar Lee Masters, the author and poet, was born on August 23rd in 1869. And so was Gene Kelly, the dancer and actor. That's a big
Oh,
deal.
Ooh.
Gene Kelly was
What
good.
year? What
Oh,
year was he born?
1912. 1912.
Wow. Wow.
Tex Williams, the singer, was born in 1917. Barbara Eden, you guys remember Barbara Eden?
Yeah.
Born in
Mhm.
1934, the actress and singer. Shelley Long,
Yeah.
the actress, 1949. Come on, Cheers. Remember Shelley Long and Cheers?
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, Sam. you know.
Oh,
Um,
Sam.
Now, important in my upbringing is River Phoenix. The actor was born in 1970. River Phoenix,
Mhm.
come on, Stand By Me, one of the
Yeah.
best
Yeah.
movies ever made. Seriously, of kids being
Mhm.
exactly who they are, going through
Yeah.
shit and
Yeah.
oops, sorry,
Oh,
stuff.
hello.
Excuse me,
That's
sorry,
twice.
I've got money in the jar somewhere, and Nancy has the jar, and so she went and bought the candy bar. But it really, it was about kids going through stuff, right? And
Yeah. Life. Yeah. The way life works for people.
yeah,
Normal.
Mhm.
Normal. In the days when I was a kid, we
Mhm.
Yeah.
weren't protected. We were not protected as children. They let us go out and, well, at least me, go out and play. I went places these current parents would never let you go. I was on the
exactly.
railroad tracks and down by the pond and riding my bike
Oh,
all over.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. I used to jump off roofs with my friends and I wonder why my ankles are weird now.
oh,
We used to
duh.
slide down and
Mhm.
jump off. We'd play
Well, my
Tarzan.
grandmother roller skated off her roof of her house.
Yeah,
Like,
see? And
Oh
I
my
didn't know
goodness.
that my grandmother
I'm
did
like, so I
my
think
great
you inherited
grandmother.
a little bit of that from
But it's
her.
listen, as kids, the first thing you want to do is go on the roof because you're not supposed to. You want to go in the attic, you want to go in the
Yeah, but
basement,
who
you want to
would
go
roller
every place
skate
you're not
off a roof? Come
me,
on.
dude. Don't start me
Nana
on it.
did. My
But
Nana
Into the
did.
hay pile, hopefully.
I wonder about kids now. Are they having any of that outdoor, you're going to hurt yourself and learn those skills things? Or are we attached to the phone and know so much? But I want them to know all the stuff because at the same time, there were things going on in the world that we didn't know and didn't have the education on. So it's kind of a trade off on that, right? So there
Yeah.
has to be a
Yeah.
balance. Yeah, there was a balance, like, depending on your upbringing.
We're evolving, just like every
Yeah.
other plant, an animal, and
Oh, it's
insect on
painful.
this earth. We are evolving. We just don't realize it because it takes so long.
Well, are my fingers going like my pinky toe going to go away? My pinky finger, like, are they going to drop off? And the thumbs
don't
are getting
know.
bigger. I keep thinking my text, anybody who gets text messages from me knows I obviously somebody messed up my thumbs I can't text. It's
Well,
terrible.
Hey, look at that guitar player we were watching the other night. That's the biggest thumb I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, well, he must be related
it
to me
was
somewhere.
it was like 6 inches long. It was almost
Yeah.
as big as his forefinger. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you can use it as a
that's a
slide.
hu- yeah,
Yeah, it's
and
got his own
it has
slide
a-
going. Yeah, it's
yeah,
got a
the-
bottleneck with his own thumb.
but he was a great guitarist. But I was like, that thumb is not
Oh,
not
that's
human.
nice.
I'm sorry.
Hey, listen, Kobe Bryant and Edgar Sosa, the boxer, were born on the same day within 1 year of each other. Isn't that amazing?
Oh wow, there you go.
See,
So
that's what I
great.
always think is so cool. Speaking, and then the 24th, I'm moving forward on food. Okay, let's just stick to food. See, now they have
Okay.
Kobe Bryant Day on the 24th. That's interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, so everybody's got different things. Sad about Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
August 24th, National Waffle Day.
Yay!
And on the same day, it is National Burger Day.
There you go.
What?
We're
And
between waffles.
we're not done.
Yeah,
National
waffle
Peach Pie
burgers.
Day. We got
Eva,
waffles,
that's a
burgers, and peach pie.
Waffle burgers. That's a great idea, Eva.
Oh, I love
Put
that.
the burger between two waffles.
Well, then if you do
Waffle
chicken, fried
burger.
chicken burger, chicken waffle burger.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
it. Eva,
Well,
have
that's
you
where
made
you
a
do
peach pie?
chicken and waffles.
Mm,
Well,
yeah.
if
Yes,
you're gonna put I'm
Go
just
ahead.
gonna say
I have made peach pie.
what if we put the chicken waffles instead of any honey or something like that, you put a little peach syrup. So then we could put like it all in one big meal. Like
Go
Or you could
ahead.
have, yeah, you could
that
Not
didn't
my
win.
thing.
have the
Eva knows how to
peaches-
cook, so I'm
you
gonna
could have the
leave it at that.
peaches as dessert.
Hey,
Or whipped cream, peaches.
yeah,
as
I'm
dessert
peaches.
after the
Yeah.
waffle.
Peaches
You
on
do
the
you
Yeah.
do the
millions of
waffle
peaches.
burger because you do waffle burger, right? Because it's
Yeah.
burger day and waffle day. So you do that and smother it in some kind of lovely gravy. And then you do the peach pie for dessert.
Exactly.
Or you get peaches with spice. Like there's that Renfro salsa, peach salsa that is like spicy. And you put it
yeah.
with you know what I mean? So if you do it on the spicy peach spice,
You do
now I
like a
sound like the
salsa,
Spice
peach
Girls.
salsa.
Yeah, a peach
Yeah.
salsa. That could.
That would go on the burger and the waffle.
Okay, August 25th is National Banana Split Day
Not doing that.
and National Whiskey
I'm
Sour
out.
Day. I don't want a sour whiskey. I
lost
don't know.
me
That's
there.
not my thing, but
Lost me there. Not
Oh,
doing banana.
no bananas for Nancy. All
Uh-uh.
right. Well, Okay, I'm just looking.
Yum.
Okay.
Not. Mm-mm.
Okay. Hey, Duke
Yep.
Kahanamoku, the father of surfing, was born on August 21st in
Father
1890.
of surfing.
Yes.
Wow.
And James Weddell, the explorer of the Antarctica region, was born on this day. And Tolstoy was born, speaking of writers.
Yeah.
So,
That's a
a big deal.
story.
August 25th, we're moving on. The Yellow Cab was founded and now replaced by Uber. The Wizard of Oz was released on this day, August 25th in 1939. That's right. But isn't that Alan Pinkerton was born?
Can you even call somebody a munchkin?
What about Alan? No, you can't. Alan Pinkerton, Nancy, the private detective. Come on, you know him.
Yes.
He was born on this day in 1819. I think that's cool.
Wow.
We got Bret
because
Hart,
the
the writer.
Pinkerton
Go ahead.
Pinkerton Agency is written about a lot in historical fiction.
Yeah, and murder mysteries. I mean, this was a big deal. Yeah, Bret Hart, the writer, was born that day. We got Leonard Bernstein, Ruby Keeler, Michael Leonard. Monty Hall. We got sports. Althea Gibson, the tennis player. Darrell Johnson, the baseball player. We got them. Claudia Schiffer, the model,
Oh.
Billy Ray Cyrus, and Elvis Costello and Gene Simmons were all born on the same day. That's hysterical.
That's
Well, that's
And
a lot
Leonard
of talent.
Bernstein.
yeah,
You just
That's a lot
filled
of
in.
talent.
yeah.
Sean
Gene
Connery.
Simmons. Ooh.
Tim Burton, the filmmaker.
Oh,
Come on.
dude.
That's all. Like, what happened on August
Dude.
25th? And here's a quote
What
from
happened
Leonard
9 months
Bernstein.
before that?
Yeah. We need to look,
A big party.
But this is all the
Oh,
same day, but not the
December.
same year. Yeah. Yo, it's the
December.
winter. The winter. Someone was
Yep.
getting snuggly.
Mhm.
I like this quote from Leonard Bernstein. Music can name the unnameable and communicate the unknowable. Can't beat that,
Wow.
man.
That's cool.
Music can name the unnameable and communicate the unknowable. It's really true because it's emotion, it's feeling.
And it comes from
And it
birds.
can point fingers without pointing fingers.
It comes from birds.
And if you have
Walk
memories,
outside.
because you have memories of people and then whoever wrote it doesn't know you're going to have that thing. You know, that's the beauty of the arts. So that was everybody, August 25th. My goodness. And that's the National Banana Split Day. So that's good. August 26th, we're almost done. We're getting there. We're getting there after National Dog Day. Sarah, you see where we are?
Oh, Sarah.
Here it is.
Oh.
National Dogs. Come on. Who
We
let
have
the
Lisa-
dogs out?
Ooh.
Who let the dogs out?
Ooh,
We
she's
trained the
sleeping under
collies to
table
bark at the
now.
right time. And she's not impressed with our singing? No.
Oh, we're sitting with the little Lucy, and she's so cute.
And she just doesn't even,
She's a
she's not
little-
impressed.
She's a
With
little
our
cocker
singing either.
spaniel kind of doggy.
Not a cocker. She's a cavalier. She's royalty. She's got
Cavalier,
royal
yeah.
blood. Yep. That's
And
why
if
she looks
she-
at me.
She's so
She-
cute.
She's very
cute.
sweet and
Human
very cute and
servant.
demands.
Mhm.
Listen, this is the important thing about August 26th. It's National Dog Day, National Toilet Paper Day, National
gee.
Webmistress
There you
Day for Nancy, and
Yeah.
most importantly, Women's Equality Day. Why do we have
There you
Toilet
go.
Paper Day on the same day? I'm just saying. Women's Equality Day. This
You
is a
just
big
have
deal.
to wipe it off and go forward.
It's a big deal.
It is a big
and
deal.
we have to be grateful also for toilet paper.
Well,
Especially
yeah,
That is actually-
women.
You're right. Hell, you're
Well-
right. Okay, I'll be nice about it then.
Just think about this. What did they use lead before?
Leaves, fingers. They had
Well,
sponges. King George
papers.
he had a guy go up. He had his little throne, and he had a guy with a stick and a little sponge in the end. He had a guy who would clean his butthole every
Stop
time
it.
he went to the potty. Glenn Burrows
Ooh.
tells us about that story all the time on our shows in
Oh my
England.
God.
No, it's true.
Stop
The
it.
royal throne is a real deal. They had the royal throne, and they had the royal throne keeper that would go and sponge people's buttholes after
Bend
they
over.
pooed.
They called it the bend
Okay,
over
that's-
hour.
That's enough. I don't even want to
Sorry.
think about that one.
Okay, I
I'd
want to
rather
go
think
back
about
to
banana
Women's
split.
Equality Day. Oh boy, and we talked about wood. All right, but anyway, it's Women's Equality Day, and this is a big deal. It's about our rights to vote, and it's very
That's
important.
right.
We lose
And-
rights left, right, and center. Just saying.
And if you
And-
don't go vote as a woman, you are letting the whole side down. Don't
Yeah.
ever
Yes.
not vote. Ever, ever,
Don't-
ever.
This
ever.
amendment. You know how many women went through so much to get this happening, and it was
Yeah.
ratified in 1920. So this was 13 years ago, and this is very important that we keep voting and not lose those
Mhm.
rights. And even
And
you know,
read the ballot and do some homework so you
yeah,
vote
and
properly.
but it also gives us the right for wages to fight for our own families. That was the whole
For
point.
equality. Yeah.
Equality
Mhm.
in our wages, in our salaries, equality for our children,
In our right
e-
to
and our
vote.
rights, our actual rights as human beings, not being livestock. Men
And we-
wrote the
we have-
Constitution, not women,
And we have lived in countries where women had no rights.
and they
So I'm
still don't have
telling
them.
you, exactly. Exercise your rights while you have them so you don't
Oh.
lose them.
Yeah, you see, it has taken years. If you go look at the history of it, we're not here to give a history lesson, but all we know is we're three women saying vote. Use it.
Vote.
Use it. Yeah.
Yes.
Do not lose that right. When you don't do things that you have a right for, it will be taken away because you were sleeping at the wheel. The only person that should be asleep at the wheel is the band. You know what I'm talking about. Sorry. It was a good band.
Stop. Bad.
Sorry.
That was so bad.
I know, but it was funny. Come on. Hey, listen, it's also National Cherry Popsicle Day. Do I get a vote for that? No.
I like cherry popsicles.
Oh, all right. So anything else happen on this day, Women's Equality Day? It actually only became a day in 1971 after all these struggles for over think about it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Joseph Montgolfier was born on this day in 1740. Joseph Montgolfier is a huge deal because he's the one who invented the hot air balloon, and that was the beginning of our aviation world.
Oh, he invented Congress?
No, the hot air balloon. I'm not going there, Nancy. I'm not.
We're not going there, Nancy.
Oh, Mother Teresa was born on this day too. Isn't that interesting? She was born on Women's right. That's it.
That's amazing. Yeah.
All right. So here's a quote from her. Kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless.
Ooh,
lovely.
Nice.
Yeah,
that is nice.
Lovely.
That's beautiful.
Are we ready for the final countdown
Yes.
here? We're on the final. We're going into next Sunday's mode here, but we always want to do that. It's International Lottery Day. There you go. But August 27th, I think Lyndon Johnson was put into presidency, but let's talk about food. Eva, you're the only one on this show that can answer this. Crab Soup Day. Have you had crab soup? You know, Nancy and I are allergic to fish and shellfish and all that stuff.
Right. Yes.
Is it good?
All kinds of. Yes. Well, if you do it right, yeah.
Are there claws?
I mean, you can have bad crab soup, but if they do it right, yeah.
Okay.
Are the claws?
I love crab. No, it's usually just the meat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but now
it is
also.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yum.
Go ahead.
Yum. Sorry. Yum.
He wants crab.
Okay.
All right. So it's also National Pots de Creme Day. How about that?
Pot of cream.
What is it?
Pots de creme.
De creme. That's a pot of cream.
It's like a.
What it sounds like
it's chocolatey, desserty, puddingy stuff. And I'm probably not.
I would love that.
Either.
Whatever it is, and if it involves cream and eggs and chocolate, that would be wonderful.
Good.
Yeah,
it is also social justice Sunday. How about that? I think that's pretty cool.
That's good.
That is good. We have a song for that.
Women's equality.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
That's the day after the 27th, but it's all that week, right? And so, let's see. Oh, Lyndon Johnson was not made president. He was born on this day in 1908. Charles Rolls from Rolls-Royce was born on this day in 1877.
Okay.
There was a TV premiere of Good Sex with Dr. Ruth in 1984 on this day.
Really? That's funny.
I used to have the board game, Dr. Ruth board game. And that's where I learned things that I could actually, I could read. I remember cards so well from that game, and I'll behave myself because we've always already talked about wood and everything else.
It was funny.
Anyway, so it's Jeff Cook's birthday from Alabama. He was vocals, guitars, keyboards, bass, fiddle, banjo, and mandolin. Daryl Dragon, keyboardist for Captain and Tennille, was born on this day. Barbara Bach, the actress, was born on this day. Tuesday Weld, the actress, was born in 1943. A lot of actors. And most importantly, Paul Rubens was born on this day. Pee Wee Herman, 1952. May he rest in silliness. And yeah, isn't that wild?
It was cool.
Mm-hmm. I think
it's very cool.
I think it is he
a great entertainer.
I think he taught people to think outside the box, that it's okay to be outside of the box and be weird. And I mean, weird is wonderful. And I think that is
Yeah.
a beautiful, beautiful thing that he brought to our world. And
Well, he brought comedy.
I need to do my eyebrows. Yeah, he really, and so
He was a great entertainer.
So everyone, you're going to have a very weird music list from this week's, celebrations, and there's going to be some. I don't know. I don't think I can find a Vinegaroo song, but I probably can find a manhole cover. Who knows? But think about it, manhole pancakes too. We will have recipes linked up on our website. All of this will be linked in the show notes. We will put some kind of book list together, even if it's a few books. Eva's already sent me links. We will put a book list together, even if it's the Wikipedia pages. We're not here to make money off of affiliate programs or any of that stuff. We don't do that stuff. We don't care. We'll get you links, and every link we send you to will be clean. And that's what we will do. So find some new books, find some new music, some recipes. Hopefully we'll find we got a Giada recipe, so we'll have that in there. And off we go. But everyone, Eva will be back on the show August 31st, talking about downtown Tucson, and you'll see her article then too. Thank you so much for joining us, Eva. It's been a pleasure having you back on the show.
Awesome.
Thank you, and it's been fun.
And we were supposed to do this for half an hour, right?
More like an hour and a half.
Yeah, well, we had a lot to talk about with manholes, wood, and vinegaroos, apparently. But thank you for joining us. And as always, thank you, listeners, for joining us. We always appreciate you. And this is what we do it for, is for you. So thank you all. Keep up with us at bigblendradio.com, and keep up with Eva at evaeldridge.com. Thank you all.